Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Hidayah binti Razali. My metric number 1911318.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Amira Nurakila binti Hashim. My metric number is 1917024.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Naziha Shahira binti Zamri. My metric number is 1914342.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Lutfia Salfioni and my metric number is 1915488.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Akila binti Muhammad Amin and my metric number 1914236. Assalamualaikum, brother and sister. Just like the heart is the most important part of physical body, the spiritual heart is the most important part in spiritual body or room. Our Prophet Muhammad SAW said, "Verily, there is an organ in the body. If the organ is good and healthy, the whole body will be healthy. But if the organ is diseased and unhealthy, then the whole body will be unhealthy or diseased. Verily, the organ is called, which is heart." If the spiritual heart is in a good state, so the entire body and roh will be in good state. But if the spiritual heart is problematic, so the relationship with Allah will also problematic. And remember, when it's come to the spiritual heart, it is more important than a physical heart. Our Prophet Muhammad SAW said that Allah does not look at your shape to your bodies, but Allah look at your heart and your deeds. What is important to Allah is not your skin color, not your body, not your shape, or not how we dress, but what is important to Allah is our heart and our deeds. There are three types of heart that defined by Muslim scholars. Firstly, the healthy heart. Second, the dead heart, and the third one is the sick heart. The healthy heart are the heart that clean from any disease that challenge Allah commands and not argue for what Allah had prohibits. The person who have this type of heart always perform their ibadah, perform zikir, and remember Allah, and also prioritize the hereafter. Secondly, the dead heart. The person who have this kind of heart does not worshiping Allah in the way that Allah please. They also ignores the advice and reminder from others. And the third one is the sick heart. The sick heart is between the healthy heart and dead heart. Sometimes it follow the Allah commands, but sometimes it follow to the pleasure of this world. Okay, now I want to share about the importance of spiritual heart. Firstly, the heart is where the intention are inside. Secondly, the heart is where the Quran and divine word is understood. Thirdly, the heart is where the divine is focused. And the last one, the heart is where the piety or taqwa is located.
The sickness of the heart is a disease that exists in our human hearts and feelings. The heart disease in Islam did not focus on the physical health such as cirrhosis and liver disease. It is related with our spiritual, which can affect our behavior and action. There are many causes of the sickness of the spiritual heart. As you can see just now, it is the unnecessary talk. Islam advises us to talk only when necessary and when it is important. Because when we talk the things that is unnecessary, it can lead to the gossiping, lying, backbiting, and the worst is it can harden our heart. This is the most common sins that commit by human that is related to our tongue. Nabi Muhammad SAW also advised us to control our tongue and our heart. Next is eating too much food. Eating too much food can also be harm for our spiritual health if we take it too much. Because when we eat a lot of food, our stomach will be full. And then we will lay down in bed and we become lazy to worship Allah, such as recite the Quran and pray. Our Prophet Muhammad SAW always eat with small amount of food and advise his followers to eat with 1/3 of food, 1/3 of water, and the rest is for air. And the last one is keeping bad company. It is undeniable that socialization is an important part of human beings. We have to socialize because it is a part of human nature, but we have to aware with whom we friends with.
There are many solutions for the causes of sickness to the spiritual heart. It is very significant to include this in our daily life, especially when people are facing spiritual disease. Reading Quran can bring the sense of calm in our daily life. One of the signs of sincerity is when a person is doing good deeds in private. A person is trying to hide their good deeds due to he wants to take care of their intention purely for the sake of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala.
O Allah, I seek for your forgiveness for all my sins.
Another solution is through supplication, which is dua. Dua is a weapon for every Muslim. Dua means we are communicating with Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala and becoming close to Him.
The importance of knowledge acquisition and India first should start from the heart, which is intention. Intention plays a major role in helping people to gain knowledge. On the other hand, the issue that may happen among people is the blindness of the heart. As we can see, these days, many people who use social media to spread knowledge and da'wah. It is actually good if they spread knowledge and da'wah because they want to motivate people and remind people to recite Quran, to learn Islamic knowledge, and so on. But then the problem is if they recite Quran, they learn Islamic knowledge because they want to get praise from others, they want to underestimate people, they want to break themselves, they want to be seen as a genius person or as a religious person. That is the problem.
We know we already heard about spiritual heart from different perspective, and we already discussed from Islamic perspective. Now, what about Western perspective? Let us ask someone who know that. So, have you heard Renaissance, during Renaissance period and Enlightenment period, the Western philosopher attacked the institutions of religion? Why do you think they did that?
Oh, I think they do that because there is no evidence that prove where is Allah, so they cannot see where is the God, so they tend to not believe it.
Okay, for the last subtopic, we are going to talk about spiritual hurt in knowledge from Western perspective. To understand the context of Western perspective, we must look back at a time when they began their own evolution of knowledge, which is the Renaissance period and Enlightenment period. These two periods highlighted in this subtopic because during this time they attacked the institution of religions and rejected anything that related from religious to matter, and this rejection actually have connection to this subtopic. First of all, Western philosophers deny that hurt has the connection with knowledge development, the development of knowledge. For them, the heart is only an organ in human body, and there is no other function except the role of the organ itself. So we can see here that Western philosophers completely oppose the idea about the existence of soul in humans' heart, and obviously about the connection of it with the development of the knowledge. The second point is Western philosophers only acknowledge the source of knowledge solely come from scientific research. What is scientific research? Scientific research consists of science, mathematics, empirical evidence, and fact. Only these four are considered as scientific research. So, as what I told earlier, the age of Enlightenment and Renaissance is where they attack the religious institutions. The main reason behind it because a lot of religious ideas cannot be explained through scientific thought, especially when it comes to God, angel, afterlife, soul, and the spiritual of heart itself. So how can they support the idea that spiritual hurt has connection with knowledge when they didn't believe in it? No, is it? The last point I'm gonna talk about from Western perspective, the source of knowledge. For them, the source of knowledge must be something observable, something that can be seen, touched, hear, smell, and taste. However, in Islam, the knowledge is not restricted to human ability only. Human ability lack in many ways, so that's why we need to acknowledge another source of ilmu, another source of knowledge is beyond our sense. Sometimes there are things that cannot be observed, cannot be explained through our logic, and that is why we need to rely on spiritual hurt.
In conclusion, spiritual heart is more important than people had thought. To be able to avoid the sickness of the heart can be quite challenging. However, the pure heart is a key in knowledge acquisition and endeavors.